When you cross the Thunderbolt Bridge, it's a sight to behold with yachts and memories of shrimp boats. Right now, you are looking at historic pictures that give us a look back, really, at the blessing of the fleet tradition that started in the early 1900s. A priest or pastor would bless all the shrimp boats for a safe and successful year during that season. As years passed and time changed, well, other vessels were included in the annual tradition. And this Saturday, Thunderbolt will come alive, reliving history as thousands will connect to celebrate the 2025 blessing of the fleet. And right now, joining us to talk about the past and the present, Thunderbolt Mayor Dana Williams. Also, we have Marianne Gannon-Papel here. She's an event coordinator, and this weekend is going to be so amazing. Let's talk a little bit about the past, the shrimping families, as you begin to honor what has been a long-standing tradition in Thunderbolt. At one time, we know there were shrimp boats there. Today, things have changed a bit. Tell us about how Blessing of the Fleet came to be, Mayor.
So, in the past, it started out to, as you said, the priest would come out and do a blessing over all the fishermen and shrimpers. And unfortunately, throughout the years, the shrimping industry has taken a little bit of a dive around here, especially in Thunderbolt. But people love the blessing of the fleet. It was a time when everybody in the community came out. People, there were all kind of events, and it was just a big gathering before all their loved ones went off to fish and shrimp for a while. And community building was a big thing for me when I got elected mayor, and that's what we wanted to do was, bring back this time-honored tradition and, that celebrates our history and our heritage, but also use it as a community building event to do something special for the people.
And so we talk about the blessing of the fleet, and Bishop Parks will be there Saturday to bless all the boats, all the vessels there. How important is this to the town of Thunderbolt when you think about the many families in the past and even trying to get some of them to come back Saturday?
So it's been wonderful for me being able to talk to a lot of people who I normally wouldn't see. And throughout the last 3 years of doing this, I've heard so many stories of people telling me how it was back in the day and how things happened, and then seeing people who haven't seen each other since they moved away, start telling stories, and you just kind of stand off and listen. And you learn a lot from it, but it's so wonderful not only to celebrate our waterfront, but to celebrate all of our local vendors and businesses and the people who live here, and really what makes this place so special.
Well, we're looking at some video. We were just a few seconds ago of last year's event, and as you mentioned, the So Special. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts in the efforts to give local shrimp produced a little love.
Well, honestly, if you've ever eaten a shrimp from Georgia, you know they're the best, and that's not an opinion, that's a fact. In fact, we have a saying that friends don't let friends eat foreign shrimp. But a few years ago, foreign shrimpers dumped a lot of more than what we thought we would need for shrimping, and it kind of dropped all the shrimp prices. I know at one point a year or so ago, shrimpers were only getting 98 cents a pound for shrimp at the docks, and really it kind of ended a tradition and institution for a lot of families who have made a living for generations on the water. But, support your local economy, support the local shrimpers and families who spend money here, who live here. They're our neighbors,
Absolutely. And Marianne, we want you to chime in now because we know you've been very busy with the town of Thunderbolt preparing for Blessing of the Fleet. What can people expect? I know there's a big parade happening Saturday morning.
Yeah, this is one of our favorite events for the whole year. So we'll kick off the day at 11 a.m. with a big parade. And then the whole day goes until 5 o'clock. We've got live entertainment. We've got 115 local vendors you can shop from, eat from, get desserts. There's lots of great local restaurants in Thunderbolt that are awaiting all of our guests this weekend. We've got live entertainment on the stage, and then the blessing by Bishop Parks with the Diocese of Savannah will be at 2 p.m. on Saturday, and all boats are welcome.
All right, we want to give you a look right now so you can jot this down. The Blessing of the Fleet is happening Saturday, April 5th from 11 until 5 p.m. Remember, the parade will kick off at 11 o'clock. Hope you'll go out and support this all-important mission to keep the community's foundation alive, the legacy going. Mayor Williams, Marianne, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you so much for having us, and just would want to welcome everyone out. Can't wait to see everyone, and it's going to be another amazing event.
Okay, we'll see you Saturday.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.